Seniors today benefit from a combination of policies from both administrations that have survived political transitions, resulting in lower effective federal income tax bills for many qualifying seniors, alongside strict, permanent price caps on life-saving healthcare and medications. First, we'll discuss the administration focus of both presidents and then discuss how something started by one president was completed or implemented by the other, showing consistent efforts by Washington collectively over the years to benefit seniors. Welcome back to Wealth Horizons, where we discuss practical ways to protect our money, health, and independence throughout retirement. This video provides general educational information and is not insurance, financial, legal, or medical advice. This video is not about politics and does not express or endorse political opinions or parties. Rather, it addresses significant advances that were collectively pursued and implemented for the benefit of seniors. For instance, Donald Trump's primary actions during his first term focused on Medicare reforms, specifically by altering Medicare pricing frameworks to prevent hospitals from overcharging low-income seniors for prescription drugs, and accelerating FDA generic drug approvals to foster marketplace competition and lower prices for prescription-dependent seniors. Joe Biden's primary actions focused on expanding Medicare drug cost protections, broadening the $35 insulin benefit, creating a Part D out-of-pocket limit, signing the Social Security Fairness Act, and increasing transportation funding for seniors and people with disabilities. Upon returning to office, Donald Trump's senior actions included new tax relief, rapid implementation of the Social Security Fairness Act, continued administration of Medicare drug protections, and renewed efforts to reduce prescription drug prices. When reviewing policy trajectories, there are specific instances where a policy proposed or initiated by one president was ultimately finalized, expanded, or implemented under the other. These cross-administration fulfillments occur primarily because of long-term agency rule timelines or bipartisan congressional action. For instance, Trump Term 1 policies fulfilled under Biden. The following policies were proposed or initiated via executive frameworks during Donald Trump's first term, from 2017 to 2021, and were formally completed, expanded, or enforced under the Biden administration. They are: A. Hospital price transparency rules. In 2019, the Trump administration issued an executive order directing agencies to mandate that hospitals publicly disclose their negotiated cash prices to stop older Americans from being hit with surprise medical bills. The rule faced extensive legal challenges from hospital associations. The Biden administration chose to defend the rule in federal court, finalized its enforcement, and significantly increased the financial penalties for hospitals that failed to comply. B. The ban on surprise medical billing. During his first term, Trump called on Congress to end surprise billing, which occurred when seniors unknowingly received care from an out-of-network provider at an in-network hospital. Congress passed the bipartisan No Surprises Act in late 2020. The Biden administration was responsible for building the actual regulatory infrastructure, setting up the independent dispute resolution portal, and fully executing the consumer protections. C. Accelerated generic drug approvals. The Trump administration prioritized fast-tracking Food and Drug Administration approvals for generic medications to cut prescription costs. The Biden administration maintained this operational directive at the FDA, ultimately breaking records for the total volume of generic drug approvals to sustain marketplace competition. Biden policies fulfilled under Trump Term 2. These initiatives were designed, signed into law, or structurally managed under Joe Biden's administration from 2021 to 2025, but achieved full implementation or required active processing under Donald Trump's second term. A. Social Security Fairness Act implementation. President Biden signed the bipartisan Social Security Fairness Act into law in January 2025, which repealed the windfall elimination provision and government pension offset. However, the massive operational task of auditing records, calculating adjustments, and issuing $17 billion in retroactive lump sum payments and ongoing monthly benefit increases to 3.1 million retired public servants was fully executed and delivered under the second Trump administration. B. Medicare Part D out-of-pocket cost caps. The permanent $2,000 annual out-of-pocket spending limit on prescription drugs was passed under Biden's Inflation Reduction Act. Because the law was structured on a multi-year rollout timeline, the active enforcement of the cap, the monitoring of private insurance compliance, and the initial integration of the Medicare prescription payment plan occurred during Trump's second term. C. Bipartisan Infrastructure Senior Transit Grants. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, signed by Biden, allocated billions for dedicated state grants to upgrade public transit access for seniors and individuals with disabilities. A significant portion of these multi-year transportation capital grants are actively being distributed to local municipalities for project construction under current Department of Transportation operations. Big Trump wins for seniors. Expanded senior deduction. The One Big Beautiful Bill granted low- and middle-income seniors an additional $4,000 bonus on top of the standard tax deduction, effectively moving millions of seniors toward a zero federal tax rate. According to White House fact sheets, over 30 million seniors claimed this deduction. Office operations. The administration mandated a full return-to-office policy for federal workers, keeping Social Security field offices open 5 days a week for standard business hours, building better response times that resulted in a 73% reduction in call wait times and a 26% drop in the disability claims backlog. Plus, online account portals were updated to provide seniors with round-the-clock digital access to their accounts. Big Biden wins for seniors. Medicare Part D out-of-pocket cap. The Inflation Reduction Act resulted in an annual $2,000 cap on out-of-pocket prescription drug costs was implemented, a $35 monthly cap on insulin for seniors, and Medicare was authorized to directly negotiate the prices of certain high-cost medications with pharmaceutical companies, plus shingles and RSV vaccines became entirely free. Social Security expansion and protections. The Social Security Fairness Act repealed the decades-old windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, which added an average of $360 per month for roughly 3 million CSRS and FERS retirees, plus earmarking $750 million for elderly nutrition programs, elder abuse prevention, and nursing home monitoring. The bottom line is that through the efforts of both presidents, seniors came out on top with substantive increases in benefits. If this video increased your understanding, please like the video, subscribe to Wealth Horizons, and share it with someone entering Medicare in 2026.